Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, today's high is going to be a lovely 76 degrees and sunny. Yay. So this week we're going to get a little reprieve from the 90s, which is way too hot for me. So this will be very pleasant. So once again, I'm planning on staying home today. But you never know, something more fun might come up, in which case, that's what I'll do. So I really have to start cleaning up my home here. I've spent a lot of time outside this summer, and the inside has been sorely lacking in being taken care of. So I really need to start putting some things away and doing a little cleaning. But I'm not in a big hurry to get that done, but I do have to start because when the weather gets cooler next month, I think I'm going to start in my garage so I can get my car in there. So cheers. Yum. So this Barissimo cold foam is very creamy and I like it. Caramel macchiato with caramel macchiato creamer and gingerbread coffee. Well, gingerbread ticino. So today I have to do a little prep work from the things I harvested. Get those in the freezer and get that taken care of because I know the bounty isn't over and done with this year yet. And maybe if I get around to it, I'll plant some lettuce because I've sort of been buying lettuce. I have other greens, but my kale didn't grow real well this year. Next year when I do my garden, instead of refreshing my little city picker boxes with potting soil, I'm going to refresh them with compost. And I get that at Walmart and it's pretty cheap. And I kind of have my own compost too, but I used that one year and I was inundated with fungus gnats. And what they do, the little larvae eat all the roots of your veggies, and it really was not a very successful garden year for me. So now I'm kind of a little gun shy when it comes to using that. But I'll give it another try because having it sit there in the composter isn't doing me much good. And even though the compost that I get from Walmart is under $3, it still, would save me quite a bit of money. And then I have the indoor electric composter. It's by iDo, but that's a pain in the butt because it keeps getting things stuck under the blades and then it seizes up and I have to unseize it. So I do use that, but not that often because it doesn't work that well. So I've tried different composting things over the years, composting worms, bokashi, just different things. And even though I like to recycle things and reuse things, for my little garden, I think it's just almost cheaper and easier for me just to have the compost delivered and then use that because in the beds that I have, the little city picker boxes, I really don't need that much and I could refresh them probably for under $30. So I think that's one thing I'm going to do next year is just add compost and then I'll add chicken manure and worm castings and those things. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to putter around the house today. There's not a whole lot I need to do outside. I could do a little weeding. I did most of the big harvesting the other day, so I do have to get that done. And I'd like to cook a little something today. I don't know if I will, but I don't know. It's kind of all up in the air. I decide what I want to do as I go along in the day. And I don't have usually any hard and fast plan. So, I'm retired, so I can do that. And I don't need to be on the rat race thing anymore. So, we never know how many years of retirement we're going to be gifted. So I say make the most of it. So, all right, well, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee and I will be back. Well, today I am organizing my little reading nook corner here that I spend a lot of time in. So here I'm putting some of the watercolor things in there. I want to start watercoloring, and I've got some watercolor books in there, and I've got this little TV tray that I can do some work on. So that's what I'm doing today. And also, puppies are supervising. Lots of dog beds, but that's okay. And over here, I'm organizing a couple of other art supplies. And these all need to go either in the attic or to donation. So I'm just trying to clean up my space a little bit and organize things and start getting things ready for fall. Just making things neater so that when I'm in this room, I don't feel chaotic. I feel calm and relaxed and happy. So these guys make me happy. I don't know what to do with these dog beds. This is a pillow. This was a dog bed, and this was just some foam I cut up, the memory foam. So I think maybe I'll put these in the corner just to free up some space, but my little Lizzie uses this as steps to get onto the couch. So, all right, well, I hope this area is a whole lot neater and cleaner. Doing some dusting and vacuuming and cleaning. And I have my YouTube equipment over in this corner, which works just fine. So, and this is also where I watch TV. So, yep, that's my project for today. Just going to clean up some things, make my home more organized. All right, well, that looks so much better. I moved the ottoman to over here by the daybed, and I moved this chair that was here, right here, I moved it to over here with all these blankets that I still need to do something with. There's sheets there and blankets. Like I said, I'm trying to reorganize and purge things. So it's getting there. I'm going to work on this for another hour or so and then take a break. Oh, it started before I was ready. Well, anyway, so I'm taking a little break, and sometimes when I'm redoing something, I just have to sit and stare at it for a while until I figure out what I'm going to do. So I'm trying to make the living room a little more open rather than, because I'm finding what's happening is I'm having to jog around this and jog around that, and I don't want to do that. especially as you get older, you want to make a room so that it's comfortable and you're not tripping over things. So not only that, I'm trying to make it so that in my little corner of the world here, where I spend a lot of time, I have all my little art projects that I want to do, my watercolors, because I want to learn to watercolor paint. I've done acrylics, I've done oils, and those are nice, but I hate the cleanup. So I thought with watercolor, it would be something I could just pick up. There wouldn't be a whole lot of cleanup to do, and it would be easy. And not expensive, because I got a lot of my supplies at the Dollar Tree. So, and I know it's not the best quality paint, but you know, if you're just dabbling in things and you're not planning on selling a lot, what difference does it make? I don't think it makes a difference. It's just for the pleasure of doing whatever it is you're doing. So I want to do that, and I want to start some sort of a knitting, probably crocheting project. And I have a lot of books with patterns, but it's a matter of looking through them and picking one. So what I've been doing today, I had piles of books here around my chair. I got tired of looking at those, so I rearranged some of my books. I've always wanted like a library. I thought that would be really cool. And at one point I had thought about taking my dining room, and there's a tall wall there, and just having built-ins put there and just making that into my library room. But that's going to cost me way too much money. Even if I don't do the built-ins and just buy ready-made bookshelves, it's still going to be very expensive. So I think I'll forego that and figure out something else. But yeah, slowly but surely I'm going through my house and trying to reorganize things, make it easier to clean, easier to put things away so I don't have a bunch of stuff sitting out all the time, because I don't like that. I don't mind having a lot of things, but I don't like clutter that doesn't have a home. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, making things a little more aesthetically pleasing. And I should be outside. It's a beautiful day, but I don't feel like being outside today. My home is calling me to get some things done because I've let it go for quite a while. So anyway, that's my day today. And I'm just making something simple for dinner, trying to cook down the freezer and some things from the pantry. I don't want to cook it all up, but you know, I'm going to still whittle away at it and save some money. So, no shopping today. I'm about shopped out, and I'm trying not to shop, but you know, sometimes my daughter and I will make a run to Costco, and of course there's always a couple things that you like. So that was a great deal that I got on that Pink Princess philodendron. That was like $12 and something, and if you look online or even in some of the plant stores, they're ridiculously expensive. So that was a good deal. I'm glad I got that. And I love plants. That's my indoor hobby for the winter, is taking care of my house plants. So anyway, that's my day so far, and I will be back later and either have some more things to talk about, or I'll be back and sign off. All right, well, these blankets are all going to my local dog shelter, and I have a couple that I'm going to send to donation to, but I used to cover my old couches with these, and they were nice quality blankets, but I have better ones that I'm hanging on to. So these can benefit a poor dog that needs something comfy to lay on and sleep on. So that's where those are going. Right, Lizzie? Yes, you have a very comfy bed there. Yes, you do. All right, well, I got the living room all cleaned up and kind of reorganized. Now, in this bookshelf, I have more garden books down here and photographs, things like that. And in here, I have CDs, and I store some books and things, little incidentals in there. And this is a karaoke machine, in case you're wondering what that is. It adds sort of a old-time vibe to the room. So I got all this stuff put away, and now I feel much more at peace here in my living room. It's not a mess anymore, and I'm very happy about that. So in here, I have a lot of storage in most of my rooms. In here, I have some spare pillows, some covers, and blankets in here, spare blankets, and dog toys. So, and of course, plants. I love plants. So I keep this baby gate here in case somebody comes to the door. I don't want the dogs running out. I don't think they would, but you never know. And they get a little crazy, so until they calm down, I just keep that baby gate there. So then moving on here, this is my day bed, and this is where I sleep when my mom comes and stays. So, and this little table has more storage. It has a drawer and a little cabinet. I have a couple books in there. In here I have, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a foam bolster that I use to put there so that I can sit up in bed. And then over here I have my little treadmill. I just keep the handle up. I could put it down and it would fit under the bed. And then a fan to cool things off because it's been so doggone hot. This is my family gallery wall, which I love. I look at it all the time. I had this fan put in. It's a little ceiling fan. I had that put in the past year, and I really like it. It has a remote. So, and then, like I said, I moved this chair over here because if my mom does come over, sometimes I move the chair, I turn it around, and it faces the television. So it's real easy to move. And then I have the ottoman. I put some art supplies in there too. And this chair, since it's so lightweight, I can easily move it and pull out my treadmill, and then I can put the treadmill back when I'm done. So I like my rooms very organized, even though I have a lot of things. I like it to be organized and have a lot of nice storage units. So this is my faux fireplace. You've seen that before. And I have little mini lights that go around there. Then I have another storage cabinet over here. These are just my cleaning supplies. And these hold things like candles and electronics, just all different things. So again, a lot of storage. I've had these cabinets for a very long time. I have an identical one in the foyer that I keep some yarn in. So that's that. And then over here, I have another little storage cabinet with various different things, magazines in there, and some other incidentals. I don't like having stuff like that out everywhere. So that's why I like these little basket storage units. So then moving on here to my little reading nook, TV nook, whatever. I have just some knickknacks and things in here. So, and then over here I store my YouTube paraphernalia. And over here I rearranged my books today. So I have different categories of books. I have some cookbooks in there. I have spiritual books up there, and just different books. This stool I use for my desk. This has a drawer that pulls out that holds my computer, and under there I have paper for my printer, which is over there, and other electronic things. And then this ottoman is very easy to pull out. It's on casters, so I can either sit on there or I can sit on my stool and use my desk. So, and these are fake books that I can also use for storage, and also this basket. So lots and lots of storage here in my living room, and it still looks neat, even though I have a lot of things. So all right, there is a little tour of my living room since I cleaned it up. Last week I cleaned up, or was it a week and a half ago, I cleaned up my laundry room. So I'm moving through my downstairs rooms and getting them all cleaned up so I'm comfortable and not overwhelmed. So there we have it. A tour of my living room. Well, okay, that's it for my activities for the day, and I feel really good that I got all that done, because I really have been ignoring the interior of my house since I've been working out in the garden all summer, getting that all set up. So now my laundry room looks good. My little bathroom down here never gets messy, so that looks good. The living room's looking good. I have to redo my dining room a little bit. That's a little messy yet because I still have things from the garden sitting on the table. But I want to redo that anyway so that I can use that as a room for crafting as well. And the kitchen, you know, the kitchen's always, it's a mess, and then I clean it up, then it's a mess. You know, it's back and forth. So anyway. But I'm very happy that I got my living room straightened out. So anyway, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share. And thanks for watching.